Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to my channel. What a freaking day. What a freaking day. Like, I could not have had any more of a pain in the ass kind of a day than I do. Obviously, I didn't go to work because, um, ay, 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 ay. Needless to say, we might not get the house, and I will never work with this lender again because I'm pissed. I have never been this pissed off in my life about anything. Anything. You saw how pissed off I was when the haters talked about my daughter. I have never, ever, ever. That pales in comparison to this. So oh, so, so I have the document. It dropped at I checked at about 5 o'clock and it wasn't there. I checked at 5:30 and it was. Hope everybody is ready for this. I'm streaming a little earlier than I thought, but I might get some help with this. Yeah, it's an actual it's a yeah, it's a oh, Star Wars was over after the fourth, fifth, and sixth movies were technically the first, second, and third. Yeah, I believe that she took a shortcut to save herself some work. And yeah, and it wasn't what happened because shit happens. It was the fact that um she not only spoke to me, and I am pissed about the attitude that she had with me, but she spoke to my father. And apparently she caught an attitude with him too. And she hasn't been keeping my real estate agent in the loop like we thought she was. So there's that. Thank you, Ong Kong Hero, for the $2 super chat. Banks and lenders suck. Yeah. Um, the judge wanted a response from Shochet by today. So that's why I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. So and here comes the hundreds of people. Where were they this morning? Yes, this is my third time being live today. We streamed the closing arguments of the Colin Griffith trial, and then we were on verdict watch. We are still on verdict watch for tomorrow morning. That is the 17-year-old that is accused of unaliving his mother with a sharp object that penetrated all the way through her neck, severing her carotid artery, her trachea, and her esophagus, but claims she fell on the knife. 18-ish months after putting a wireless hole puncher in his dad and unaliving his dad in Oklahoma. So yeah, there's a lot to this case. The mom wasn't the most sane person in the world, but just because you have a little bit of a mental health issue does not mean you deserve to be deleted. They asked to leave at 4:30. So I'm assuming one of the jurors has family and, at 4:30 has to pick up kids and stuff like that. So, but it was kind of good because I knew that they wouldn't have a verdict when I was at work. And then, yeah. I haven't been watching that one. Is that Norfolk County? Is that Massachusetts or is that California? Because there's a lot going on right now. But we are going to get into this document. Let me open it up here. Hello, how are you? I hope everybody is having a better day than me. Massachusetts. Okay. Alrighty, so this is going to be an interesting one because there's the 14 pages of response, and then the entire document altogether is 287 pages. Obviously, we are not going to go through all 287 pages, but one of the attachments that makes it so long is a transcript of a YouTube video from the fleas. So, and there are some highlighted portions. So we will, and because I do know that there are people who don't like how I read things, and they mute me and read the document that I pay for without actually that I pay for without actually like letting me giving me credit or anything like that. We are going to I'm going to do this extremely small. So I will read it and y'all can see it, and I will put it in the well, I don't know if the Discord will let me put it in there because there's a page limit or a file size. Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's not that people do it. It's like when you leave a comment and let me know that you mute me, but you read the documents that I pay for. You need a Giphy. I should have Rosalind put you on the Giphy award, the award list. That is a Giphy for any of you who need one. So, oh, that's awesome. Thanks. And it's no offense to people who read the documents and have put their personality into it, but I'm just about, because I am not I can't say not picking a side, because obviously I've picked a side in the sense of I side more with the people who don't threaten me than the people who threaten me, but I call BS where I see it. I don't find it's just not my personality to be funny, if that makes any sense. Hey Georgie. Yeah, it's not my personality to be like the crazy voices. Like, that's why I invite Brad on for like the reading of the deposition, because that required an exaberant voice, or exasperated kind of personality and voice, and he's got that and I don't. So that's why it's like, it's not about what you know or what you can do. It's about surrounding yourself with friends who are smarter than you and can do better things than you, and you can learn from. But I'm not good with the dramatic reading. My annoyed voice is just my annoyed voice because, me's just annoyed. So, oh, be careful for this like BS line. This is my like really like that's a go F yourself award. This is the go F yourself line. It's right there and I can't get rid of it. Yeah, and I don't mind when people read with me, but when people literally say that they can't stand me and the fact that I get distracted or I interact with my chat, and they mute me but still take advantage of the the fact that I pay for these documents, and this cost me $7.50. Can you have framed over half the document? I'm not sure. So it's going to be up there. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult for reading along since I'm reading it by myself. All right. And Shochet does, from what I only read a couple of the pages, but he does get a little bit, he does get a little snarky in a way, like legally snarky. So you're saying you're annoying, just don't put up the documents. Yeah, I kind of feel bad about not putting up the documents because there's not a lot of people that do that, so they say. But it's one of the things also of like, sometimes there's shit that you do that you just don't say. But when you take the time to comment on my video that you think I'm annoying, and then somebody else goes, I do that same thing. You took the time. Thank you for the interaction. You took the time to tell me that you think I'm annoying, but you're using the fact that I pay for documents. And I'm sorry, but one view doesn't make up $7.50 of a oh, Captain sent me a Venmo, $7.50. Like, payments between friends. Thank you. Read it. Thank you. Yeah, it's 3 different documents, and 2 of them cost me $3 because they generally speaking, after $3 or 30 pages, they don't bill, but because these are technically 3 separate documents, they billed $3, and $1.50. Yeah, no sense in paying documents if they're screenshotting, and I put them on my Discord. I give them out to people, but, like, oh, uh, oh, chat's moving a little fast for me. Come on, folks, hit the like button. Over 240 in here. Yes, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. Yeah, it does help me, and it is free. Uh, yeah, it's like, and I'm paying for a lot of documents right now. Like, I have before we get into this, I apologize. I have the Ruby Frankie doc for the new civil lawsuit that is being filed in federal court in Utah. That is 112 pages long. Um, it's it's the anger. It's the anger. Um, Pilgrim, you're not annoying. I, on the other hand, am annoying. Took years of practice. Oh, I know I'm annoying, but like, um, and that's one of the things too of yes, I enjoy you and everyone reads in a different way, usually in a very calm, but rude is rude. Yeah. And it's one of those things of like, oh, and I've been fired up all morning. Like I almost hope that 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 haters would show up this morning because like we might not get the house because my lender decided to take a shortcut and then blame me because she told me once and I didn't understand what she was talking about. And the person who his lawyer, or I was supposed to work with, his lawyer said, don't do that. So, yay. So basically, I have all the money I need. That money is not an issue. It's financing drama of I got an inheritance, and that's apparently a problem. Because my grandfather passed away and I was its only grandchild. So, bleh. But speaking of that, I have so I've been fired up all day. So if I'm a little snarkier than normal, I do apologize. Um, I have the Ruby Frankie document. We will be starting to read that at 4:30 on Sunday. It will be Roslyn and hopefully Rogue Mama will be there too. Um, because I need help with that one. And this was all Rogue Mama's doing of she was the one who told me about it. So um it's 112 pages. We're starting that on Sunday. I also have the Andrew Brigida versus the FAA. The part of the 1,000 air traffic controllers that are suing the FAA because they were not given an opportunity to get the job, even though the air traffic control industry is shorthanded because they were white. And I also have, and I might make it a fundraiser stream because I am a former figure skater. Um, and a lot of people on the American Airlines flight were figure skaters. So I didn't know any of them personally, but like I have videos and I have backstories on almost all of the skaters or people that I know of that I will be going over and discussing them. And I think there's a GoFundMe for one of the coaching teams. Was a husband and wife. They're Russian coaches, but they've been living in the US since 2000, maybe earlier than that. Um, and they have a son who was born here and raised here. And now he's an orphan. So there's a GoFundMe for him. So you're fine. The it is that's the first fatality in 12 years. It is sad, but it was completely preventable and it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, my best friend flies for that airline. He didn't know the pilot and crew. And I was aviation in the military, so I have just an insider, and I worked for an airline as a civilian. The my better half, the calmer half, the person who puts up with this attitude every day. How, I'm not really sure. but he not only puts up with my attitude, he puts up with hers. Because I gave birth to a mini me. So it's just one of those things of like, but I will be reading the NTSB report if I can get my hands on it. And I'm working on, if it's not made public, trying to contact a few people who I might think be able to get their hands on it. Is the Blackhawk? Yeah, and I listen to audio, and I also have a couple of videos from other YouTubers that I will be linking their videos, but one's a Blackhawk pilot and one's a commercial airline pilot. So I will kind of educating on their perspectives, but let's get into this document. Yeah, I have theories, and of course my stuff is just conjecture, and it's based on what other people's conjecture is. But I agree with one of the videos that I watched. I've watched that video like 4 times, and it gets harder every time I watch it. But it has the audio. He got a hold of the audio from air traffic control. That is not only air traffic control talking to the CRJ, but it's talking to Flight 3130, which was behind the CRJ. It was talking to the Blackhawk, and it's also, you can hear what happens after they hear they see the crash, and their whole response. And it's worth the watch. We'll only go over a couple parts of it because I don't want to use his video. If you want, I would rather have people go over there and give him credit for his video. But he also has like 280 some thousand subscribers. So, it's one of those. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Captain, for posting links. Support the channel as content costs money. Merch store. Yes, I do have a merch store now. I don't really, it's in the link or the description of most of my videos, but I don't get to, I don't like advertise it very much. Yes, Captain Steve. I love Captain Steve. As a former airline employee and a former avionics tech in the Navy, like Captain Steve, I love his videos. I love the way he breaks stuff down. So, no, I don't think so. I think the Blackhawk is to blame, and because the Blackhawk said they had visual not once but twice. So, and once they said they had visual, they took responsibility. So, I love aviation. Hi, Angel. What's the fuss? What's the fuss, Boo Boo? I call her Boo Boo because she walks into things. Because she forgets that she's like tall enough to hit her head on things now. So I call her Boo Boo. She's a walking Boo Boo. And hey, Christine, how are you? All right. Let me get one drink, and after my obligatory 20 minutes of BS and housekeeping stuff, let's get into this. Hey, was he an AE or an AT? Because I was an AT. I saw your picture. Sourdough needs a name. I don't know. I can't help you. All right. Response to defendant's amended motion for extension of time. Document 61. I like when they put that document 61 because then I know exactly where to refer back to, and I don't have to like scroll through it's just a hot mess. All right. From the outset of this litigation, defendants have been recalcitrant participants in discovery, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Indeed, as shown by the plaintiff's still pending motion to compel discovery, document 52, and the response, document 59, defendants have provided late and woefully deficient discovery. Plaintiff has been disadvantaged by the defendant's conduct. Defendants now move this court for an extension of time to disclose their rebuttal expert after the time has expired for them to disclose their rebuttal expert witness, document 60. Defendants have not attempted to justify their failure to disclose at all, but instead request permission for even more time to extend their delinquent status. Thanks. Oh boy. It's an art, and not even some pilots can do it. Just saying. Even though their planes do it for. Defendants have not attempted to justify their failure to disclose at all, but instead request permission for even more time to extend their delinquent status. Subtly, they alternatively argue that their expert is not a true rebuttal expert to avoid the sanction of exclusion mandated by Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 37C1. None of this should be well taken by the court. Plaintiffs disclosed his expert, Ms. Peterson, and his expert's written report to defendants' counsel on November 20th, 2024, footnote 1. This means that defendants had until December 20th, 2024, for disclosing a rebuttal expert witness pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 26A2D2. Defendants could have timely filed a request for extension but failed to do so. Thus, plaintiff agrees with defendants that the issue here is governed by Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 6B1B. B, extending time. 1, in general, when an act may or must be done within a specified time, the court may, for good cause, extend the time. B, on a motion made after the time has expired if the party failed to act because of an excusable neglect. Emphasis added. Instead of disclosing the rebuttal expert witness and report on January 27th, 2024, which would have been 37 days late, defendants now seek to disclose their rebuttal expert witness 67 days late due to excusable neglect. It is quite odd for defendants to, 1, admit defendants are aware that they're already 37 days late in disclosing the expert and expert report in this court. Where are we going? Mommy duties. Do you want, what you got, girl? You want your snack? What do you want? Woo! Come here, baby. Oh, we're sleepy. We didn't take a nap today. Girl, those aren't pants. Those are shorts. Oh, we're so tired. Randy, you had an expert witness. You bragged about it. You had your PR flagging it everywhere for months and failed to address it properly. Hey, baby. Whoa. Okay. Defendants to, 1, admit defendants are aware they had already 37 days late in disclosing the expert and expert report in this court. 2, they admit they failed to disclose them on time because of excusable neglect. And 3, instead of disclosing the expert witness and report late, ask for an additional 30 days to comply with an already ignored deadline, footnote 2. We will get back to footnote 1. See email to defendants counsel dated 11/20/2024 attached here to is Exhibit 1. And we'll go to footnote 2 real quick. When a request for extension is made before the original time expires, showing good cause is not a particular demanding requirement. See U.S. v. Board of County Commissioners, 2010. Granting an extension for good cause when, quote, many of the impediments to timely filing a response were the result of poor decision-making by counsel, while others were seasonal circumstances that a party filing a dispositive motion on Christmas Eve might foresee the opposing party raising. Weingarten v. Optima something. The court may, for good cause, extend the time to move a request. Baby girl. She's a sassy one tonight. There we go. There you go. Okay, then don't. I gave you everything you wanted. You have everything necessary. I even offered to snuggle with you. And you just get mad at me every time. I will be right back. Thank you for your patience. I promise I will be back as soon as possible.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
All right, hey guys, I gave her an ice cube. I hope that suffices. All of that for an ice cube. All of that. All right. The court may, for good cause, extend the time to move if a request is made before the original time period expires. Because the expert witness discovery rules are designed to allow both sides in a case to prepare their cases adequately to prevent a surprise, compliance with requirements of Rule 26 is not merely aspirational. Cooper v. ESCO, 11th Circuit, 2004. A finding of excusable neglect under Rule 6b 1b requires both 1, a demonstration of good faith by the party seeking the enlargement, and 2, it must appear that there was a reasonable basis for not complying within the specified period. In Four Seasons Security Law Litigation, 10th Circuit, 1974. See Putnam v. Morris, 10th Circuit, 87. Some showing of good faith on the party seeking the enlargement of some reasonable basis for non-compliance within this time specified is normally required. Oh, oy, 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 oy. Oh, yeah. There is no reasonable. I'm just now realizing how much between the phone, streaming, and her, I've talked all day today. Baby's good. She needs sleep. Yeah, she does need sleep. She fought a nap all day today. And it was like 75 degrees, so it was a lot of playing outside today when I wasn't streaming. And she, yeah. There is no reasonable basis for defendants not complying within the specified period. It is well established that inadvertence, ignorance of the rules, and mistakes construing the rules do not constitute excusable neglect for the purposes of Rule 6b. Quigley v. Rosenthal, 10th Circuit, 2005. Simmons v. American Airlines. In American Airlines, Inc., Flight 869, turbulence incident of January 1996. Oh, wow. Good cause requires at least a showing of excusable neglect, good faith, and some reasonable basis for non-compliance with the rules. Well, you lost bubbles at good faith. Adams v. Allied General Aviation Avionics. Holding that to establish good cause, a party must demonstrate at least as much as would be required to show excusable neglect, as to which simple inadvertence or mistake of counsel or ignorance of rules usually does not suffice. Internal quotation and citation omitted. Excusable neglect, therefore, is a higher burden than good cause. Defendants failed to demonstrate good faith for not complying within the specified period, and there was no reasonable basis for not complying within the specified period. In their motion, defendants have been awaiting the outcome of their summary judgment motion on the plaintiff's defamation claims before determining whether they would need an expert at all. Document 60. As would be shown, this is clearly a misrepresentation to the court, and this should not be well taken. None of his stuff should be well taken. First, if this were true, why did defendants not file a timely motion for extension of time on or before December 20th, 2024? The answer is because this is not excusable neglect. Defendants' utter failure to file a timely motion for extension of time on or before December 20th, 2024 was a result of inadvertence and or ignorance of the rules and or a mistake construing the rules. Second, as will be demonstrated below, defendants retain the rebuttal witness or rebuttal expert as early as September of 2024. Here we go. Oh. If you're late, you can skip the first 20 minutes. Before that, it's housekeeping stuff. This means this is not a situation where defendants are hoping they don't need an expert and don't need additional amount of time to find one. In fact, defendants have now demonstrated a pattern of not disclosing what must be disclosed in discovery to this court. Can I turn this down a little bit? That way. I just turned it down. That's it. Here you go. Here. It's all yours. Oh, this pattern is calculated to confuse, deceive, and mislead the court. The question is, will this behavior be rewarded or punished? He's busy on live streams. Yeah, we'll get to that. Hey, Taz. Hey, Tammy. Oh. Yeah. In 2 YouTube or videos on YouTube, now deleted from public viewing, but both videos and transcripts have been preserved by the plaintiff and are available for the court should the court desire. The former URLs were this one, transcript from October 6th, attached here too is Exhibit 2, with relevant portions highlighted, which we will read. And this URL transcript from September 29th of 2024, attached here too is Exhibit 3, with relevant portions highlighted. Angel, you're pointing at the table. What would you like? She doesn't know what she wants right now. She needs to sleep is what she needs to do. In these YouTube videos, defendant's counsel, Mr. Matskin, said, "The thing is, we've expected this for some time, as you might imagine, because of the promo that dragged down a little longer than expected. And it's just that it takes a while for the report to come. The expert has, Angel, what? She's under the table on the little shelf, and she's just sitting there just making noise. Like she's not doing anything. She's going, I don't know. Yes, these 2 videos were removed. Whoa. Hold the presses. Got some great news myself last Friday. No more pain management clinic for my county that will prescribe opiates. They closed. I'm host. 7 years of compliance. I don't know what to tell you for that. I would be looking into alternative forms of. Come here. Girl, we're just nothing is making us happy right now. You can't have a banana. You had one today. You can't have one. I'm sorry. Oh, girl, I know you did not just do that. I'm taking either one. I opened them for her and she proceeded to throw them. So, come here. Hey. Baby, come here. Hey. Okay. We're just having a day. Yeah, she can't have a banana. She already had one today, and if she has another one, we're gonna have a different problem the next day. She's just not happy with anything. She's mad at me. Toddler life. Toddler life. Toddler life. I wouldn't give her a banana. She mad. This is the time where I just need to let her cry it out, but she'll run to daddy and he'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" Okay. Expert has other clients ahead of us, that were in line first, or maybe some trials or other things that demanded his more immediate attention. So, but here it is, and now we're ready to be able to share it, and it's really necessary only because of it all that's being said by him on the other side publicly. So many people, it's necessary to sort of fight this battle in the sphere, in the realm which it exists, and that's not just the courts but on YouTube. I like how that part is emphasized. Oy. Oy. And so when there's so many, do I say and this many times? Please be honest with me. It overlaps and interlocks. So the summary judgment motion was filed in response to try to overcome it. They produced their expert report with the analysis that claims, their expert says that Miss Preston wrote signs. Well, then that's shown by the channels that propagate his side. And so it becomes necessary to just respond to that in court, but also respond here on YouTube. I'm sorry, Bubbles, if I'm not being as like northeastern whiny nasally as you. I have the Midwest nasally, not the Northeast nasally. Sorry. KU Thunder, what is your obsession with Jen? What is your obsession with Jen? I love her, but geez. And if is Slug here, because I have a yes, she does. She had blueberries today for dinner, but she didn't eat them. She didn't really eat her dinner, so she's probably hungry too. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Slug must have like texted her on the down low and said sleeping isn't real. Because that's what he does lately. His stuff isn't real. So you know. Did you text my daughter and tell her that sleep was a myth? Be honest with me. You only say and as you know, when you're trying to think of what to say, you're basically making up as you go along, also known as lying. I know I say sometimes, but I really hope that I don't say it this much. But here's the thing about this, my opinion on like stuff like this, that you're not trying your case in the court of public opinion first. Like the court of public opinion at the end of the day doesn't mean shit. So it is not appropriate. Jeremy is doing it because this is his life and his channel. You were not on YouTube before you started this. And now you're on YouTube because you're trying to get some fame for your mac and cheese thing. I don't know. But it seems like he's trying so hard to try it in the court of public opinion that he forgot that he's actually in a court. And that's just my personal observation. So people could see that it's not so as he says It's a little unusual, but like I said, this has to be addressed in the realm and the sphere in which it exists. Bruce, you got it. Yep. Don't know who's got it. It's here. Y'all see. Okay, so several samples of handwriting has been handed in from many people, many minions, many people, and here's the forensic handwriting and document examiner expert from the expert report from the number one handwriting expert in the nation. Now I've gone over lots of this stuff, and this is about, Jeremy signs, and here's a huge report. Here's huge report. Like, y'all want me to read all of it, like it's the little dates, or you just wanted me to get down to the nitty-gritty? Will you read that's the same as the last time, right? Like standard parts, all his, there's a lot more in here, like tons of cases that he's done on here. Yeah, but like we're all gonna, yeah. We're gonna go over this and just get CV. Yeah, okay. So, and I know this is a transcript, but this is one run on like, ah, these were the signs that were scanned, and nasty signs. Yeah, nasty signs. Okay, it's all in the federal court. Those guys go, or those guys. So, okay. Then we got here's some of the germs public stuff. Okay, so the detailed report is right here. So the documents examined were transmitted, and I don't know who actually read all this. So like I don't know which, if I should use my emphysema voice or my whiny voice. So I'm just kind of reading. Ah, I'm really lost in this reading too cuz it's literally all over the place. So okay, then we got some of the germs public stuff. Okay, so the detailed report is right here. So the documents examined were transmitted via internet and printed from an Epson Workforce Pro. The exhibits, including 4 documents with the known handwriting and signal of Jeremy Hales labeled here as in JK, JH, K1, K2, K3, and K4, and 7 documents with the question handwriting on poster signs labeled as Q1 through Q7. Okay, now let's go here. Now this is the same stuff explaining, the characteristics, including form letters and beginning, connecting, and ending strokes, things like out of how he does. We've gone over this the last time. All right, so this is a more detailed report, and we can go over, but you can pause and look through this or here or So the scientific examination revealed significant similarities in the question handwriting on the poster signs compared to the known handwriting in and signatures of Jeremy Hales. In fact, the measurable distinctions of each letter pattern, angle, and slant and the results of my test indicate that the same person authored the handwriting. What? So here is, guys, based because I read all this before on significant number of similarities of identical handwriting characteristics among the question handwriting. It is my professional expert opinion that the same person authored the question handwriting on the poster signs Q1 through Q7. Without a doubt, Jeremy Hales did indeed author the fake and forged handwriting of Lynette Preston on the poster signs. What? Yep. I have a duty to the court to present the truth and evidence to the best of my ability, and I have applied the generally accepted question document examiner principles and methods reliable to the facts of this case. I am willing to testify to the facts here in state in a court of law. Y- Yeah. Yeah. I kind of feel uh, there you and I know this is a transcript, so nothing is like 100% perfect, but like I can't tell where there's like pauses if there's supposed to be it. The other transcripts are more clear, but this one is like just there's not a there's not a period in here. Oh, this is just not a period in here. Ah, okay. And I will provide to the court exhibits to show that my testimony is based on sufficient facts or data and that my opinion is correct. My affidavit and curriculum, and I always hate this word, vitae, and I know I screw it up every time, are attached and incorporated herein by reference. I can add that there is a gray, an analysis with the you know, you remember hers, Diane Peterson's, where they had the blow ups, yes, and they were like, the notations and points and lines, and there is that in this report. Sorry, guys, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. This is a transcript. This is the transcript. Yeah, that's a completely different document. That's a completely different document. So, that's later. This is still just his 14-page motion. This is so there's more of Randy after this. This is before we get to the actual transcripts, which are broken down better than this. Ah, that's not for public sharing at this time because that's for litigation discoveries. So, yep. So, ladies and gents, but that's the conclusion. That's the bottom line right there. Yeah, ladies and gents, all the way. That's gone on every last bit of it created for content, harassing, destroying someone's life based on a significant number of similarities of identical handwriting characteristics among the questioned handwriting. It is my professional expert opinion that the same person authored the questioned handwriting on the poster signs Q1 through 7. Without a doubt, Jeremy Hales did indeed author and fake the forged handwriting of Lynette Preston on the poster signs. What a piece of... Yeah. The Exhibit 2. The transcript attached to Exhibit 3 reveals the name of defendant's expert, Mr. Kurt Baggett, and both of the videos reveal parts of Mr. Baggett's report. Again, recordings of these two broadcasts are available should the court wish to review them. These recordings show defendants publicly stating what Mr. Baggett's finding will be neither of the defendants wrote the defamatory road signs, that publicly accused plaintiff of being a child arpist, specifically even accusing plaintiff of arping their minor child. In other words, defendants knew who their expert was in September of 2024, yet believe they have the right to conceal it from plaintiffs and to this court. In rebuttal to plaintiff's expert, Ms. Peterson, such a deed cannot go unpunished. Defendants asked the court to label their behavior as excusable neglect. However, this is not excusable neglect. Rather, it is ignorance of the rules and or mistake construing the rules and intentional delay. Intentional delay. It is in bad faith, not good faith. The federal rules of civil procedure mandate that defendants must make required disclosures at the times and in the sequence that the court orders. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 26A2C. Because the expert witnesses' discovery rules are designated to allow both sides in a case to prepare their cases adequately and to prevent surprise, compliance with the requirements of Rule 26 is not merely aspirational. Cooper v. Southern Company, 11th Circuit, 2004. Overruled on other grounds. Ash v. Tyson Foods, 2006. Regarding defendants' argument that this expert would support their threatened counterclaim, and thus containing new information and therefore making the defendant's timing would be harmless. The test for whether a report is a rebuttal does not depend on whether the report contains new information, but whether it is intended solely to contradict or rebut evidence on the same subject matter in opponent's expert report. Holy. GLF Construction Corp. Here we have not even seen a report because defendants have chosen to conceal it and ignore the federal rules of civil procedure. In the motion, defendant's counsel states that he, quote, is not certain when the plaintiff disclosed his expert because the expert disclosure itself has no date nor any certificate of service. See Exhibit A attached here too. This should not be well taken. At a minimum, this demonstrates negligence. This is because, as shown, the plaintiff's expert report and disclosure was provided to defendant's counsel via an email dated Wednesday, November 20th, 2024 at 12:28 p.m. See Exhibit 1, a copy being attached here too. Much worse, the failure to know when an expert disclosure and report was received could easily be gross negligence and even intentional concealment of a fact from this court. In order to sway this court into believing something different, had defendant's counsel provided full disclosure and all information about when the email he received containing these disclosures to the court, the only conclusion would have been that the defendant's attorney did know the deadline to disclose his rebuttal expert was 30 days after November 20th of 2024. The very point that defendants were overdue in their disclosure of the rebuttal expert was brought out during a court-ordered meet and confer phone conference over the plaintiff's pending motion to compel discovery. This telephone call occurred on January 9th of 2025, and it was recorded with the consent of Mr. Matskin. This recording is available should the court wish to hear it. During this call, plaintiff's counsel advised Mr. Matskin that his expert rebuttal witness and report were overdue. Mr. Matskin replied, "Good for you." Wow. In an order dated January 8th of 2025, that meet and confer phone conference was ordered to occur on or before Wednesday, January 15th of 2025. As stated supra, defendant's counsel and plaintiff's counsel met and conferred for over 90 minutes on January 9th of 2025. This was the very next day that the court ordered this conference to occur. Yet this fact was also conveniently concealed and omitted by defendants in their motion to transfer this case from Gainesville, Florida to Gainesville, Florida. Oh yeah, that's worse than a motion to compel lunch, where it had always been located, filed January 14th, 2025. In an order quickly denying defendant's motion to transfer from Gainesville to Gainesville. Sorry. The court correctly perceived what the defendants wanted the court to believe, that the meet and confer phone conference had not occurred, when it already did occur for 90 minutes on January 8th of 2025. Hey, Yamaha biker. I mean, okay, love or hate Lynette Preston, she cannot be happy with this representation. Like, hate her or don't hate her, however you feel, it doesn't matter to me. But even she has to be upset with this. Just to, like, hey, poor Marine. What? You slid down. Hold on. You were doing just fine there. Here we go. Here, you're good. You're good to go, baby. Oh, so sleepy. Somebody's. Like, why are we so? What happened? Okay. Bye. Love you. Love you. Mwah. She was good for a little bit, just for baby squid. Yeah, she's having a night. Oh my goodness. Defendant's motion indicates, document 54, that the plaintiff's counsel had refused to confer over the telephone in an effort to narrow the issues raised in a pending motion to compel. That had better not be the case, considering that the court has specifically ordered counsel to confer by telephone regarding the issues raised in the motion to compel. The court therefore orders the parties to confer telephonically or in person regarding the issues raised in the plaintiff's motion to compel. Defendants concealed that their allegations that plaintiff's counsel had refused to confirm the telephone in an effort to narrow the issues raised in a pending motion to compel was false. This is shown by defendant's response filed January 22nd, 2025. Upon issuance of the order to hold a live phone conference, the conference was scheduled for January 9th at 10 a.m. Counsel conferred on the phone for 90 minutes. But defendants, in their motion to transfer from Gainesville to Gainesville, did something very similar to what they're doing in this motion for extension, not giving full disclosure to the court in order to create an impression that is completely false. Context is important, so I've been told. Well, this is giving me a headache. Hoy. The court correctly reacted to defendant's intentional misrepresentations and concealment by expressing indignation, stating that had better not be the case. It wasn't the case, but the impression that the defendant's counsel was trying to convey was correctly perceived by the court. Defendant's attempts to conceal information from this court instead of providing full disclosure is unacceptable. It shouldn't ever occur, and now it has occurred twice within a month. Conclusion. Defendants have failed to meet their burden. This is because defendants failed to demonstrate good faith for not complying within the specified period, and there was no reasonable basis for not complying within the specified period under Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 26. The calculated actions of the defendants and their attorney cannot be considered to be excusable neglect. The motion should be denied. The plaintiffs request the right to file a Rule 37 motion if and when necessary. This is because defendants are not required to have a rebuttal expert, so there is no need for a motion to compel disclosure of something which is not mandatory. And then this certificate of service, so Bruce Matskin can't say that he didn't get it. All right, thank goodness. Wenderbender, Wendy Bono, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Squid and Chat. How are you doing tonight? Duncan, Idaho, thank you for the 5 Squid Pro Club memberships. Welcome to Tentacle Nation, y'all. It's something. I got nothing. It's snarky. We like dark humor. Tony 28, thank you for the $10 super chat for the next document. Thank you. Appreciate it. I have my favorites. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you so much. And Frenchie's mom, good to see you. Thanks for the 6, please correct me if I'm wrong, pounds document funds. Thank you, everybody. I adore you guys. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right. I have probably like 5, so now I'm down to like significantly challenged. And Janice Wingfield, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Squid, I love your videos. Thank you. They're something. They start with a plan and then they go off the rails. So, and yes, this one right here, chronic pain does suck. So if y'all are in the chat and you have chronic pain, I am right there with you. All right. So this is from Shochet Law Group. Please see attached for plaintiff's initial expert witness disclosure. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, this one is testing. See, and this is the transcript. Like, this is the actual YouTube video transcript. This is much more put together. Hey, Musey. Self-inflicted pain from garlic cloves is fun, though. You're evil. You're mean. When on 2 times speed, you say a lot. I'm sure I do. I try to ensure that I don't just go, eh. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do when I'm watching court because I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? Or like today, man, that defense attorney, her closing argument made me like, oh, it was bad. I was at almost 2 times speed and she was still slow. Chewing garlic would be more fun. Okay, I have to check. Okay, I am at my threshold. This is more of a serious stream, so I kind of don't normally do this on these streams, but for every $25 in super chats, I eat one of them things. Oh, you see all the peppers on there? Onion, salt, paprika, cayenne peppers, habanero, ghost peppers, chocolate doula reaper peppers. Yeah, they're bad. They're really good, but they're really bad. Yeah, it's got a caution sign. Oh, good Lord. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. And when I watch trials, y'all, for those of you who haven't trial watched with me, I start my stream late, and I watch on like 1.5 speed, and I skip all the BS. And the attorneys in this Colin Griffith case and the judge talk extremely, extremely slow. Yep. They are really good, Barbara. They are really good. So side note before I move on, when I was pregnant, I had a thing for like fake cherry and fake strawberry flavor. If I would have known that these existed, I probably would have saved myself like 30 pounds. Oh no. Like today, he's beyond slow. Like this judge is like good judge, very good judge, but very slow. All right, so we are going to skip straight to the highlighted parts because this is page 4 of 133, and y'all ain't got time for that. The goal was to this is be done before 8 o'clock. Whew. Okay, and I'm gonna back up just a little bit so that I kind of know who's talking. Oh, I did. No, I did. I read footnote 2. I read footnote 2. I did. I read footnote 2. I did. 103. Yeah, I am starting to sweat. Thank you for pointing that out. They're delicious, but they're just all right. Bruce, talk for a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, the thing is, we've expected this for some time, as you might imagine, because of the promo that dragged down a little bit longer than expected. It's just that it takes a while for the report to come, So this was basically all that was before. So, oh, there's a warning above the script. Where did it? Huh. Whoa. Whoa. Where did I see that? Oh, my favorite person who hasn't been here for a while. Did I unblock them? No, I only timed them out for 24 hours, but they haven't been back. There's a warning above the script on what? My things or this? So, this part was basically what I just read, and because I almost gave myself a coronary, almost stroked out trying to read that other stuff. Um okay. I'm going to try to read this. Oh, the blue lines were basically just his disclosure in his email. He puts that in every email. It's like this is his, you know, the information contained in this email and any attached is confidential and intended only for the use of the individual entity named above. But that's just what he attaches to his email. It's like his signature. But when you put it in a public document and it gets filed by the courts, your email is now public. So, Denise, that's the Starburst flavor. Oh no, no, you're fine. Oh, you're fine. I didn't read it because I just knew what it was, but you know, and Jerry, thank you. Not many polished speak, and I'm not a polished speaker by any means. It's kind of funny because there's 640 people in here right now. My biggest fear in life and in college and in high school was public speaking. Oh, hi. How are you? No, it's what I'm assuming that's what he puts in every email. However, when your stuff ends up in a filing, it's no longer, you know. If you have all these near you, they carry a flavored water called Frost. They have black cherry. Ooh, I gotta try that. I do. So Walmart only has the basic strawberry, cherry, lemon, and orange, and the orange is really bad. But all these for a while had fruit punch and watermelon flavors of the Starburst. So, yeah, yep. Be nice, mods. I'm not him. Oh, okay. As long as you're respectful, I don't care. Oof. Sorry, that was still getting me. Lally, wait. Sorry, I'm just reading some of this. Lally stalks me, parks his vehicle on my property, then tells me if I touch his vehicle, something's going to go. Lally was the yeah. It was disrespectful outside today, so now what do I do? Like, you know, I don't, but the better half does. The calm half does. So, yeah, the person who puts up with my attitude every day. How, I'm not really sure, but thank goodness he does, because at least someone does. All right. Well, the thing we've expected this for some time, as you might imagine, because of the promo that dragged down a little longer than expected. It's just that it takes a while for the report to come. The expert has, other clients ahead of us, that we're in line first, or maybe some trials, other things that demand his more immediate attention, but I'm here, it's now, we're ready. to be able to share it, and it's really necessary only because of all that's being, said by him on the other side publicly to so many people. It's necessary to, if you sort of fight this battle in the sphere in the realm, which it exists. It's not in the courts, but on YouTube. So yeah, but there is some stuff that's in here that I didn't read. So I want to make sure that I don't skip anything. So they produced their expert report with analysis claims that Miss Preston, show them about on the channels that propagate his side. So it becomes necessary not just to respond to the court, but also to respond here on YouTube. So people could see that while it's not so, as he says, a little unusual, but like I said, it has to be addressed in the realm and sphere, which it exists. That's not true at all. Yeah, that's true. It hangs out. We're ready to have a take. Here, hold on, guys. Lisa has ants in her pants for days waiting for this report to come in. And I'm sure Bruce has been waiting, going on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We can get it because like what we said before, Lisa could easily tell you what was told to her verbally, but that's not any proof. That's called hearsay. But we couldn't jump the gun exactly. We couldn't jump the gun until we had the written, because we've seen a lot of hearsay where people say something but they have nothing to back it up, no document back it up. Tori, what sent Robbie the link because he can't get into his email? I don't know why. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Sorry, it's been busy in here. Oh, and then more highlighted portion. Are you okay? What's the deal? Bye. She got up when and people, and here's the forensic handwriting and document examiner expert report from the #1 handwriting expert in the nation. Now I've gone over lots of his stuff, and this is about Jeremy signs, and there's a huge report. Y'all want me to read all of it, like all the little dates? You just want me to get down to the nitty gritty? The same as last time, like write all the standard parts. His. We're like gonna, yeah. We're gonna go over this and get Stevie. Yeah, okay. Hey, hon. Oh, I'm trying to find stuff that wasn't read. So it's just he's just literally like I don't know, like run on sentence. And so this was what was posted up ahead. I will try to post this whole document in Discord if you really want to see, because this is just a whole bunch of BS. And I don't really know how y'all can listen to this. I believe this is um they they really wanted her to say the ABCs. Yes, I can't hear anything. HIJ. Like guys, come on. So I have to look and see if there's any more highlighted stuff, because this is 2 hours into their thing, and I'm not even gonna if you see highlighted portions that I don't see, let me know. Oy, oy, oy. It's just oh, there's this, which is what he spews constantly, is obsessed with what's said, is seeing, her obsessed too, but whatever, that's fine, good. Last night we were live, and there's an issue with a guy from the UK, and apparently today somebody doxed him, and he's blaming Bruce. You, Tori, Rob, me, not me, everyone under the freaking sun. I don't know who Stormtrooper is. Other than that, I mean, whatever his name is. No, I don't know who he is either. You don't know who he is, but then you just keep talking about him. It's just funny. Like, but like, oh, I go when people send me like the screenshots and tell me, oh, this one's saying this one's saying that. Oh boy. The judge is taking it so slow. Everybody, there's a point in talking slow, and then there's a point in talking like that judge did today. Like, ah, I just can't. Ah, this is just funny. And I think that's everything that matters that I'm literally talking about. Oh, there's more. So cool. That's so cool. And that's everything Jeremy's been saying. Yeah, let's see. So Bruce, I think we should get a handwriting expert ourselves. Now, it might not be a bad idea in light of the fact that they have one. Well, let's see. I actually looked for another one up. Let's see if you go search and the number one handwriting expert in the United States, go google.com. Yeah, let's see. You can see this there's a lot of uhs and okay. Like, huh. There's the number one handwriting expert for forgeries, question documents, handwriting analyses, issues. Okay, let's see documents. You guys are killing me. Who is it? Kurt. Kurt has examined documents and or testified in every state in the US and has over a dozen countries. He has offered opinion in 5,000 cases since 1990, has appeared in court. They make this guy sound great. Don't they? They make this guy sound amazing. So, I just hey, General. Yeah, and I don't know the kerfuffle for that. I heard about some things, but like I didn't even pay much attention at that time because like it wasn't on my radar and it was still college football season. So, you know. uh Curtis examined documents, testified in every okay. Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. I got you, girl. I got you. Let me just lift this up, okay? His testimony occurred has appeared on such to respected national TV programs such as CNN and CNBC. There's your first problem. Knowing nothing about this. Steve. Bruce is gonna write a book on how to crowdfund your your legal defense. And I know that being from Wisconsin, I say a lot. I'm trying to stop myself from doing it because I know that I do it. However, yeah, it is what I don't know. Bless you. A two. That expert that they were talking about got himself banned from federal court. Oh. Oh my goodness. You're from Illinois? Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin. Yeah, that was my first thing right there. Like, oh, and on tomorrow night, I will be going back to night court and we will be doing the Navy vet versus CNN defamation trial. So that will be starting tomorrow. And Texas Justice, never heard of it. Wow, this guy is quite qualified is a court qualified in the certified by the American Bureau of Document Examiners and American Institute of Applied Science. Wow, this guy is good. Guy, we should get him. It would be nice. And I'm sure this is multiple people talking. It would be nice. That would be nice. Wouldn't it? Well, I don't know, dude. What do you think we should do that you're asking me? Hoy. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That's accurate. Oh, you got Grandpa's phone. It's it's got no it has internet, but it has no Apple ID or anything, so she can't do anything. Oh, okay. But she makes it. Just did a quick Google search. No, Milwaukee. Oi. Oi. And I'm sorry if this seems literally like I'm rambling. I'm trying to make sense of it, and it's mm, I know that there's multiple people talking here, but I don't know who it is, so I'm just yeah. Hmm. That would explain why Deuce hasn't put their amazing expert on the record. He knows this judge has no problem saying denied, sit down. Slug, sit down. Denied, sit down. Uh, oh, that's interesting. When he wanted more qualifications, he got together with his son and they started a college that could give him all the qualifications he'd ever needed. Have a great night. Debbie says she wishes she had you, boo boo. Boo boo. Tinky boo. Hey. Hey. Have a hug. Oh, thank you. Whoa! Jerry, you're the most hilarious person tonight. Oh, that is hilarious. You can't make sense of it. Stop before you go blind in your left ear. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my mods. I trust my mod squad. I love them. They're great. American Institute of Applied Science. Wow, this guy is good. We should get him. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. What do you think we should do that you're asking me? Yeah, I think maybe we should let everybody know that we did. Yes, and I think God, you guys, yeah, we did. We did share that this handwriting expert is the nation's number one handwriting expert. He's got amazing credentials, 5,000 cases. This guy is awesome. And we have a report that we would like to show you. Do y'all want to see it? Heck yeah. Do you want to know what it says? Let's see. How many ones can you get in the chat in the next 60 seconds to put that one there? If you want to see it, come on, put that one in the chat. Mary. Duncan, Idaho. Oh my goodness. For everyone, you want to see it? Hit me, show me the ones. Show me the ones. What is she at a strip club? Sorry. Here come all the ones already. I'll show you. If I was someone else, I'd say, show me the super chats, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. Look at all them ones. Right? So we have to wait here. Where it goes on your screen. It's on my screen. There it is. All right. So this is a question document examiner letter. Let me read it to you in case you can't. Anybody wants to see this, go right ahead. That's a small computer and it's a small dollar makes you holla. Yeah, I don't ask for super chats, but they are greatly appreciated. Because Duncan, Idaho, thank you for the $2 super chat. Ones. Oh, yeah. Oh, I appreciate. Oh, I have the best chat ever. Oh no, Taz. One of our club brothers passed away. I'm so sorry. Well, I would hope not seeing any of them in a strip club is the stuff of nightmares. I don't disagree with you, and I hope everybody isn't going to bed right after this. I hope you have a little time for your brain to recover from the visual that Paula just gave everybody. Don't mention weight, it upsets a certain pair of plus size gals. I'm plus sized, hopefully not for much longer, but I am. Ay. All right. This is transcripts for those of you who are having difficulty following along, because I don't blame you. Because I'm having a little difficult following this as well. And thank you to whoever did this transcript, because I know it took a lot of work. So putting who was speaking, it was extra work. So it it's fine. I'm not knocking whoever did the transcript. Let's put it that way. Um no, no, it's just one of those things of like I can call it like I see it, because it takes a fatty to know a fatty. And like, I'm sorry, like I was stressed today, so the little and I had a bowl of ice cream for dinner. What happened? What happened? Okay. I promise we'll be done soon, and then we're gonna go to sleep, okay? Yeah, is it time for bed? Yeah. Warning, do not sleep after this live. Risks for not waking up stupid with the northeast nasal lift or becoming bubbles entirely. Oh, I'm still not below my I dropped below my pre-baby weight, and then I shot back up. So I had 30 pounds to lose before Hurricane Helene. Now I had 40 pounds to lose. So it is what it is, but we're not fat, we're fluffy. Ah, I'm between a large and an extra large. So I'm not as yeah, I wish sidebar, sorry for those of you who hate it. Um I wish I was as fat as I thought I was back in 2010. When I thought I was fat back then, and looking back is like, was I a little overweight? Yeah, but was I fat? No. Yeah. There's reasons that I don't watch them. Oh, Milwaukee, and now I have a craving for one of those cream puffs from the state fair. You've been to the state fair? State fair is awesome. I haven't been there since I moved here. So, uh, all right. All the ones, blah blah blah. The letter subject line is Lynette Preston, dated September 28th, 2024. This is the reason why Blindside took so long, guys. I already knew what was happening. I just need this actual document. Okay, what Kurt Baggett says is he has examined 10 documents with the known handwriting of Lynette Preston for the purpose of examination. I have labeled these exhibits LPK through K1 through LPK10. Okay, today I have compared the handwriting of Lynette Preston on LPK documents to the handwriting in the question documents identified herein as Q1 through Q6 and Q7. And those are the signs that Jeremy's claiming that Michelle wrote. He has a copy of them, and that's what Q1 through 7 is. So he questioned they're reading an email. I'm sure that his email was not this disheveled. I I have my thing here, and when I put her to sleep, I'm hopefully going to be watching Tug and Megan's stream while walking, since I was supposed to be working tonight, but we had some stuff to work out. Usually Tuesdays he gets home, I say, "Hi, bye. There's food in the fridge for dinner if you're hungry," and I leave. Um, and I usually don't get home until 9-ish. Um, it's it's I didn't go to work today, obviously. And I feel bad because I was planning on it until we figured out that we had stuff to discuss that was necessary. All right. Well, this is. So this is basically, I will try to cut. Yeah, and I've heard that from multiple people. It's like, how can they do the compare when they didn't have the actual signs? Pictures? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so they didn't even compare handwriting from JH. How can they say they compared his signature, which I'm sorry, like I don't know if y'all do this too, but my actual handwriting, like this handwriting, like my to-do list, and my signature don't look any. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. You're so tired you can't even use your words right now. My handwriting normally and my signature look nothing alike. So the fact that they said they use his signature, so it's so weird. So 3144, question the question documents, all of them okay to determine if the author is Lynette Preston. Okay, if they're reading an actual document from him, was the document that he wrote so disjointed? Like, this is hard to read because it doesn't sound like they're actually reading an email, because in an email, no matter how many times you say in real life, you don't put in an email. A series of signs allegedly found on the street by Stephen Brett Granger and Therese Granger and subsequently advertised to the public by Jeremy. He's okay. An examination of handwriting includes establishing patterns of writing habits to identify the author. Handwriting is formed by repeated habits of writing by the author, which are created by neural pathways established in the brain, and these neural pathways control muscular and nerve movement for handwriting. Wow, that's a very basic way of describing it. I worked with handwriting with patients. One of my favorite patients to work with ever was an architect, had a stroke, and really wanted to get back to drawing and writing, plans. So our thing was handwriting. And that's sort of how it works, but that's a very, very, very basic. Yeah, and they just pick and choose of what to read off the doc. Yeah, kind of like they did. I had a comment, somebody today commented on my last video where I just did a 3-minute reading of the document of the order. And they said that they made a comment that the case was going to get dismissed if I just can't believe this. I just have to I have to tell you guys because I just can't. The last comment was the judge had already stated in the previous ruling that JH had to provide discovery evidence for his claims of tortious interference or the case would be dismissed. This is no surprise to everyone, given the prior ruling stating dismissal will only be considered after discovery is submitted. My response was he didn't state the case would be dismissed. He said the counts for tortious interference would be dismissed. There's a difference. He never said anything about dismissing the defamation counts if he didn't provide evidence of tortious interference. Two completely separate issues and two completely separate counts. So that right there proves to me that they don't read the whole thing, because they cherry picked what they read out of a certain document that they said he would get the case would get dismissed. It's like, no, the counts of tortious interference, counts 5 and 6. Counts 1 and 2 were defamation. Counts 3 and 4 were RICO, already dismissed. Counts 5 and 6 were the tortious interference. So, like, this comment right here by Lori G 673 proves that they don't read the entire documents. And this is the exhibit, just the transcript. I'm not going to read all of this, but the actual document, the response by Randy, I read it in its entirety because that way nobody can say anybody cherry picked. That way, because then I read everything good and bad for Jeremy, because that's just what I do. But like this one, there was no response to my response, obviously, because there's no response when it was like, that's not what the document said. Like, and it just goes on and on. And I think that's the last part where they I kind of want to do a name, like a word search, and see if they mention me just for shits and grins because it's hilarious to me. All right. I think that is all of that is all of the how 5 hours and 15 minutes of a transcript. Whoever made this transcript, man, whether it was Jeremy or somebody helping Jeremy or somebody in Randy's office, man, they had to watch all freaking 5 hours and 15 minutes of that and write down everything that was said. How how? How did you do that and still maintain some level of cognitive function? April 16th, 2025 sanctions hearing. Oof. I didn't see. We can check right now, and then we will go over to Megan's channel. I think I have it set up to redirect to Megan. Let's see. Now she's calm. Oh, thank you to the 5 people who downvoted this stream. I love you. You make me smile. As if you hate everything I do, but you still watch me. You're a fan. Yeah, they're always 12 minutes late. But I am going to make sure that we are set up to redirect to that we are set up to go to Megan, I think. Why isn't Megan coming up on my... There we go. I have us set up to redirect to Megan. They're always 12 minutes late. So while they are doing their warm-up behind the scenes, Megan's not live yet. So, and the reason I got done early. There is. Oh, and Flash Fan, I am currently, y'all can see, this is what I do. This right here is what I do all the time. I still haven't, I still haven't done or made it through all of that guy's stuff to find the unaliving case. But he has a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of probation violations. All right, where am I looking? Levy County. Levy County. Whoop, not Liberty County. Levy County. Florida is so easy. Hello, ma'am. Okay. This one is the this one's the thumbnail. 12/4/24. Notice of hearing 2/5. Judge Davis 1 p.m. Order granting plaintiff's amended motion for continuance at 4:16 at 1 p.m. So let's see what that says. Hold on. We can do this one because these are free. Order granting place an amended motion for continuance. This cause came before the court to review upon the amended motion for continuance filed by plaintiff, and the court, having reviewed specific said motion, is hereby granted. Order and a judge that aforesaid motion is hereby granted. The hearing scheduled for February 5th on the defendant's motion for sanctions will be continued to Wednesday, April 16th at 1 p.m. And let's see what the other one, what the trespass. Oh, sorry, Jeremy. Oh. There's a whole bunch of like. That's the only one that's coming up. The trespass 5. I don't have. So, excuse you, ma'am. But yes, that one has been. Yes, that's true. But because they are not, if you've ever watched a court stream, YouTube closed captioning is not as accurate as you might think. So it is my belief that someone has been going through and making all the transcripts. So someone has been taking the time to go through all these documents, either hand typing it or it. No. Okay, so on that note, tomorrow's hearing, at least the one for the thumbnail case, is now April 16th at 1 p.m. The other one that was scheduled at 2 o'clock I don't know. However, that one is updated. All right. On that note, guys, I am going to go. We are going to head over to Megan Fox's channel, and I will see you guys over there. I am heading over there myself, but then I'm also. Do you see this? Are you supposed to be up there? Like, yeah. She's not supposed to be up there. Yep. The trespass 5 was moved to the 16th too. All right. I'll mark both of those down on my calendar because I have this entire thing for all my cases that I'm following to keep my dates straight, because otherwise I get lost. Y'all have a good day. Tell Megan I said hi. I will see you over there for a little bit, and then I gotta put this, my troublemaker, my Evel Knievel type child, to sleep. Perfect. You see a perfect little angel. Yeah, I have to admit, in the grand scheme of things, I am lucky. I could have it much worse. However, yeah, but thanks, y'all. Oh, and speaking of Captain, Thursday, 1:30 p.m., Captain and I are going to be doing part 3 of Tessa's story. For a full background on the case, you can go to his channel. He did an entire video on January 3rd of everything that happened, but TLDR, his daughter was tragically unalived by her significant other at the time, and we are going through part 3 of all the case documents and figuring out what went right and what went wrong in this, and why this person did not get as much time in jail as he should. So that is Thursday at 1:30, Tessa's story, part 3. come on, hang out with us and show Captain some love and some support, because this is the first time he has seen all of these documents that we found. It's incredibly powerful, and it's the reason stuff like this, examining what goes right and what goes wrong with our legal system, is exactly what I want my channel to be about. This stuff is fun, but stories like Captain Kern's are what I want to tell, and I feel like people need to tell. So, Thursday, 1:30 Eastern Time, part 3 of Tessa's story. On that note, have a great night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning for more Verdict Watch. Bye. You want to say bye? Bye. Bye, guys.